So, here we go again. Butlins Bognor, January 2025. So, I'm back. So, I had a bit of random annual leave to get rid of. So, those of you who know me will know that I don't really like wasting annual leave. And if I've got annual leave to get rid of, I need to get away. So I'm back January 2025. It's coming towards the end of Jan. It's the 20th of Jan, to be precise. So it's a bit of a funny one. I originally booked a comfort room, I think they're now called, which I believe is the old silver rooms, which have been renamed to comfort room. So I originally booked a comfort room, and last Thursday, quite literally, lunchtime, I was at work, and I get an email from here at Butlins in Bognor saying, here is your updated paperwork for next week, i.e. this week. So I flicked through it a couple of times. I didn't really notice anything. And then I thought, well, why is it updated? So I zoomed in on the actual check-in in form with all your information on it. And I noticed it had the Wave Hotel, which is exactly where I am now, looking out the window, looking over the car park and the chalets. As you can see, it's very empty, very quiet on camp at the minute. That's my car over there. I can't really zoom in, but that's my car in the middle over there. So I phoned them up because I had a feeling that it was going to be an upgrade. But I have had upgrades in the past, but not for a long time. So I actually phoned them up last Thursday lunchtime and just clarified that what they sent me was right. And it was right. They had kindly upgraded me from the old silver room, which are now called comfort rooms, to the Wave Hotel. Now, those of you who look at the previous videos, we have stayed about 2-3 times now in the Ocean Hotel, which is over there, funny enough. In the distance over there, that's the Ocean Hotel over there. So I thought, right, happy days. So we checked in 2:00. So I've been here, I've been on camp. We've been on camp since 1. And it's quiet, to be expected. It's quiet. So it's going to be an interesting week. I've been trying to wrap my brains out. The years and years and years I've been coming down there, I don't think, but I could be wrong, that I've been down here this early in the year. So it will be interesting. The entertainment, apparently, up in centre stage, is going to be very basic because they are rehearsing for the top shows for the summer. So it will be interesting to see what the entertainment's like in centre stage all week. Reds is open, apparently that's the same, apparently, but we will check out. So as I said, I've been upgraded to the Wave Hotel. So I've just had a quick look around the room. I haven't even unpacked yet, so I thought I'll give you a guided tour of the room so you can see what the average rooms are like in the Wave Hotel. Now, also on this video, probably following this section, a friend of mine, Chris, hello Chris, I know you're going to watch this, is coming down next week with his partner, and it's his first time here. So apparently I've inspired him to come to Butlins. So he's coming down next week, this time next week, with his partner. And he asked me about local shops and town centre. So what I'm going to do, which will probably follow this video at some point, I'm going to take a walk into town from the seaside gate at Butlins, all the way round into town, round uptown, up the High Street, up to Morrison's, come back a different route. So I'm going to go a shortcut, I know, and then come back on the seashore route. Now, this will also be handy for anyone who's never been here before, and you'll be able to watch and take note and play back, if need be, the route into town, shortcut into town, and the seaside route back. So hopefully that'll be helpful for you guys as well. So I'm going to give you a quick tour. It should only take a couple of minutes, but as I said, I'm not even unpacked yet, and I'm so impressed with this room. Now, this is the newest of the three. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you've got the Shoreline Hotel, which I covered in the last video. That went up in 1998. Then the Ocean went up, and then this one went up, I think, about 9 years ago. I'm sure I'll be corrected if I'm wrong. So this is the newest hotel out of three. It's went up about 9 years ago, maybe touching 10 years now. So here we go. So this is, I had no idea what this room's called. If I do find out, I'll stick it in the comments underneath. So, tour of the Wave Hotel room. Incidentally, there's another room, a bedroom, with 2 bunk beds, and each bunk bed has got its own TV. I'll show you that in a second. So it's interesting. So here we go. So I'm going to kick off at the bed. So just at the side there, you've got a couple of little shelves with a hairdryer, and underneath somewhere to sit. So if the other half is slapping on her makeup, somewhere to sit and put her makeup on and dry her hair if need be. So the bed, interested with the colour scheme, nice interesting yellow. Large double bed. Just going to come around and change angles. Got 2 reading lights in the headboard, which I'm quite impressed with. As you can see over there, large wardrobe. Now, I've just had a sneaky peek inside. I will open them up in a minute, and even the wardrobe, quite impressed with the wardrobe. So, just coming over onto the wall, you've got your telly, another little shelving unit. You got your window there where I was just standing, which looks over to one of the car parks. You've got your telly on the wall. You've also got some points there. You've got some AV points and HDMI point, USB point. So you can plug your phone in, stick on a little shelf and charge that. I haven't seen too many plug sockets. There's 2 there. So that's your TV. Going back, coming round. 2 nice little seats there on a table, so you can look out over to the car park. So there's your telly with your inputs and outputs. Couple of plug sockets there. So coming round to the wardrobe, as I said, I'm going to open up each door separate because it's actually quite impressive. So the first wardrobe, loads of shelves, loads of shelving in there. There you go. Loads of shelving in there, so I'm going to shut that one up. Next one along, you have your main wardrobe, load of hangers. You do get a safe. Happy days on that one. And shelving up top, and an ironing board. The iron is on the floor just outside of the ironing board. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more impressive. So we open this one up, and here's your teas and coffees. Teas and coffees, but we have a fridge. We have a little fridge. So plenty of room. couple of pints of milk, drink, water, few beers, as you do, a few buds. So, even got a little fridge, so I will be putting a few things in there later, I should imagine. So, that's your wardrobes. 4-door wardrobe, plenty of storage, unreal, really. Ain't seen any, like, drawers or nothing, but I don't think you really need them. You've got all that room in now. Quite an interesting light just above there. Looks like a UFO about to land. So, coming into the bunk bedroom. As I said, I was quite impressed with this. Obviously for kids, or big kids. So, you got an interesting... So, the bunk beds. Top bunk. They look quite comfy. I might have to give one this as well. So, top bunk. Here you go. Looks very comfy, and at the end you have a TV. Coming down, you have got a set of steps there, so you can get in and out of your bunk bed. Coming down to lower bunk, yet again, same as the one above, you've got another telly at the end of the bed to keep the kids occupied, and a nice little single bed there. You've coming over to the left, you've got massive shelving unit for the kids' clothes or anyone's clothes. Nice little shelving unit down there, and a mirror to tighten yourself up in the mornings. Love the door. Well, it's not a real door, but you know what I mean. So, coming out of there, and come into the bathroom. There's your door. Just one thing, which I noticed when I first come in here. I don't know if all the doors are the same, but they don't half slam. If you don't shut them properly with your hand, if you just let them go, they don't half crunch and, you know, shut quite quickly with a loud bang. So if you come in 3-4 o'clock in the morning, shut it quietly because it don't half make a racket. So coming into the bathroom, on the right you've got your sink. Oh, sorry about that. You got a sink, a mirror. You've got some shelving right in front of you with some towels. I bought towels with me, but hey ho, I won't be using them. Here's your bog, and I love this. There's a shower with this nice motif and splashback in the shower. So look forward to you. Loads of towels. There's like 2 towels there. There's like a mat there, and you've got 3 more towels. Spare toilet rolls as well. 1 on the holder. 3 on the shelf over there. So that's basically it. Really impressed. So I think this hotel may be a regular haunt. So you've got some hooks there to hang your coats, kids' coats, what else you're not. Yeah, happy days on that. So we're just walking back into the main room. The double bed, couple of seats, little shelving unit over there, massive windows there. I've noticed only one of the windows open, which that one on the left. The other one won't open unless I'm being an idiot and I'm doing something wrong. But yeah. So that's the only one that opens there. So in the summertime, if it's like stupidly hot, I can't see no fan. Those of you who frequent Premier Inns or probably travel lodges as well, you will get a fan in your room. So in the summer, and that's as far as it opens. Obviously, it's a health and safety feature, but that is the furthest it opens there. So summertime, if you I'm going to have one of these rooms, I think it's worth you bringing a fan with you, or at least a couple of fans with you. If you've got kids with you in the bunk bedroom, I think it's worth bringing a fan. I'm going to add one to me Amazon list and get myself a little fan, portable fan. So if we have one of these rooms in the future, then we're going to need a fan. Right, okay, I'm going to finish it off there. As I said, the next segment should be a walk into town, especially for Chris and his partner. Chris, I'd just like to say, mate, I hope you and the other half have a really good week this week. And coming down here for your first time will be a bit of an eye-opener for you. And I hope you really enjoy it. It's going to be quiet. If it's anything like this week, it will be quiet. But hey-ho. So, as I said, I will be taking a walk into town sometime after this video. Might do it in the morning. Who knows? And then I will show everyone the shortcut into town, up the high street. I'll show you all where Morrison's is, and then walk back the seafront walk. There is a Tesco's, but you'll either need to drive there or get a cab. It's not far. You're probably talking less than 10 minutes in the car, but there is a massive Tesco's, and there's a big massive Sainsbury's opposite as well. So if you prefer Tesco's or Sainsbury's for your bits and your bobs, as I said, if you've got a car, it's not far. Just Google it, stick it in the sat nav. It's less than 10-minute drive. So I'm going to end the video there. I hope you've enjoyed it, and see you in a bit. I'm going to unpack. So, as promised, we're going to have a walk into town. Now, I'm doing this for Chris and his partner, who are coming down for the first time next week, so you can have an idea of the route walking into town. So, if you come out of the skyline at Studio 36 and just follow the path round, you come to the seafront gate, or as it's known, Gloucester Road Gate. And back in the day it was called Staff Gate, but that's neither here or there. So just come out of the skyline where Studio 36 is and just walk around the path until you come to the seaside gate. So we're going to take a walk into town. I'm going to show you the shortcut into town, up the high street, show you where Morrison's is. Might just go a little bit further around, show you where there's a very, very all-day cafe, and it's very good. It's an all-day cafe, very good, very recommendable. It's called Syrup. So anyone who's self-catering, you can take a walk into town, and once a day, once every other day, get yourself some breakfast and lunch. The breakfasts are massive. I recommend the number 4, and so does Eddie. So we're just going to walk around the pathway. On the right are the old self-catering units, which are now the Gold Apartments. So, as I said, just follow the path all the way around. You come to the seaside gate. We will be walking into town, the shortcut up the high street, show you where Morrison's is, show you where the cafe is, roughly where the train station is as well. And we'll walk back slightly different route on the seafront. And so yesterday, checked in yesterday. At the beginning of this video, you will be able to see a guided tour of the room of the Wave Hotel, where I was upgraded to. So let me do this. So come out the gate, seafront gate, car park opposite, chuck a right, turn right, and you come to another junction. At the junction here, chuck another right, chuck another right here on the bend, and so the camp is going to be on your right hand side. And as I said, this is the shortest, quickest route into town. So chuck a right and a right, camp's on the right, and it brings you up to a mini roundabout. And I'll show you that in a sec. So as I was saying yesterday, checked into the Wave Hotel that I was upgraded to, and well, I've done you've probably already watched the guided tour of the hotel room. It's very comfortable. The room you've got a double bed in the main room, then you've got a bunk bed room. The heating is amazing. Literally a press of a button and the room's warming up immediately. There's no hanging around or anything to click in or nothing like that. Very comfortable. So yesterday's weather, it was the 20th of Jan yesterday, and it was quite mild, to be fair. So talked to a member of staff last night, yesterday evening, and he said that there's only 2,500 people on camp. Now I think capacity is about 6,000. I'm sure I'll be corrected if that's wrong. I've just uploaded another video of the entertainment in centre stage last night. Now they've chucked all the entertainment in one venue last night. So it started off, there was a kids show, and then it went sort of, anyone goes into Reds and who like to watch and play their bingo bango, they had bingo bango in centre stage. That was a laugh, followed by Platinum Queen. Now I've already posted this video, and I know I've already been copyrighted for it, but considering this week is classed as a quiet week, and I did actually read somewhere that the entertainment was going to be limited. Well, I'm not being funny. Platinum Queen last night, if that's limited entertainment, well, because it was absolutely brilliant. The guy who played Mercury was very, very good. So hope you enjoyed that video as well. Now you're up to the junction, little mini roundabout. Now over on the right there, and opposite the Wave Hotel entrance, is Hotham Park. Now there's a lot of history there. Google it, look at the history. There's a lot of YouTube videos on it. Hotham Park, it's massive. They got a little train that goes round in the summer. There's a lot of walks. There's a cafe. Now the cafe, I actually went in the cafe quite a few years ago when it just got built, and it was really good. But me and Eddie tried it last year, and we waited. I can't remember what we had. We waited about 45 minutes for the grub, and the grub weren't all that. So it might have improved. They might have just been having a bad day. I don't know. Right, so up to the end of the road, up to the end of Gloucester Road, mini roundabout, chuck a left onto High Street, and it takes you around into a little residential bit. And this will take you into the beginning of the town centre quite quickly. You'll see it yourself in a minute. Yeah, so as I said, last night's entertainment, excellent. And I think it was a good idea, and it's because of the number of people on camp. As I said, spoke to a member of staff, he reckons there's only about 2,500 people on camp, and capacity is 6 or 7. So they've put all the entertainment in a one venue, which worked. It worked last night, and it was a really good night. As I said previously, I think on another video, this holiday has cost me next to nothing, and I mean next to nothing. Stupidly cheap. I might tell you at the end of the video how much this holiday has cost me, and it would probably raise a few eyebrows, and you probably won't believe me, but hey ho. But I can assure you this little break, 4-day break, has cost me next to nothing. I've probably paid just over double in petrol to get here, if I'm honest with you. So, as you can probably see in the distance, we're coming into the first part of town centre. How quick was that? Happy days, eh? So, those of you need to pop into town, have a walk into town, this is the quickest route. We will see a little bit later, but there's a lot of disruption on the seafront. There's a lot of roadworks, quite a long stretch on the seafront, and a lot of building work. They started building a new Premier Inn hotel, which is quite interesting because I love me Premier Inns. So they're just clearing a large plot for that. And those of you who know the old Regis Centre, they've just started knocking that down as well, which is about 100 yards or so from where they're building the hotel. Now, I don't know if that's going to be incorporated with the hotel where the Regis Centre was. As I said, they just started knocking that down. The Regis Centre, it was a theatre. There was a massive pub, and it was a really nice pub as well. Massive pub, theatre at the back, halls. I remember going back a few years ago, they started having little markets in the hall, which was really, really good, but it's derelict, it's being knocked down. Walked past it yesterday, and I just started knocking down a wall. So that's on its way to be flattened. As I said, it's about 100 yards from the hotel, so I don't know if it's going to be incorporated with the hotel. I don't know if the hotel's going to have a car park. I have no idea. So anyway, you're at the first little bit of town centre. So we're walking up to the crossroads, and we'll be chucking a right, which is the main high street. There are little roads off, like this one and one up the other end where there are other shops. Etc. But we'll go up the main high street, chuck a right in a minute, up the high street, up to Morrison's. I'll show you where Morrison's is, round the corner to the Syrup Cafe, and and as I said, the Syrup Cafe is pretty much amazing. So if you've been watching my videos, especially the holiday ones, the Butlins ones, don't forget to click the thumbs up, share it. It helps me out, it helps the video out immensely, and sharing it pushes the video out there to more people. So as I said, this is the first part of the high street. There's a couple of barbers, there's a antique shop over there, and it's closed. Granddad's front room. It's interesting, a lot of old school stuff in there, but it's closed unfortunately. There are quite a few charity shops in Bognor. You just need to go up the road I am now and the road which is straight ahead. There's a couple along here, there's a couple along the other side, and there's a few up the main high street which I'll point out to you in a second. Now what there is, if you go straight ahead, the road ahead of me where the bus is coming down from, if you follow that road all the way around to the right, you come to an Iceland on the corner. Walk up that road, and a Weatherspoons on the left, on the other side of the road. Walk up that road, at the far end you see a car park on the left. Now on the right there's a Salvation Army charity shop. Now they get some really good stuff in there. I've bought loads of interesting stuff. Obviously it's luck of the draw, you know, it's the sort of thing, if you might be lucky, you pop in and you might find exactly what you're looking for. So yeah, that is straight ahead, round to the right, you come to Iceland, straight up, and it's on the right, the Salvation Army charity shop. Right on the left is the historic famous arcade. We will be walking through there on the trip back, but where we're going is over there. So main high street, Bognor Regis town centre, probably everything you need really. You've got charity shops up here, you've got Santander over on the left, quite a few charity shops, health food shops, sports shops. You've got 2-3 health sports shops up here. You've got a JD and a Sports Direct up the other end. You got your Boots, you got your Works, you got your Greggs, you got your No Look, you got a couple of bookshops, you got a post office up there as well, I think, which is all incorporated inside the shop. You got your Robert Dias as well. So everything you need in what, a 5-minute walk, as long as you go around the shortcut. But as I said, we'll be going back the long way round, seashore walk, seafront walk, and so anyone out there who haven't been down here before and you haven't got transport, you just need to walk into town to get supplies. Hi ho. There is a little shop on camp at Butlins. Obviously you can well imagine it's a private franchise and they can charge what they want. So yeah, it's all right, like if it's an emergency it's fine, but for your everyday supplies, don't bother getting on camp in the little shop, because they really chuck their prices up in now. It's just worth this little 5-minute walk round the corner, and you got I'll show you where Morrison's is in a sec. So, High Street. Those of you who remember, just on the right, in the early 90s, mid 90s, early 90s, the IRA actually bombed exactly where I am now. There's a travel agent over on the right, and I think it coincided with, I think it was the week before or the week after we was here, and I think it was in a bike, saddlebag of a bike, which was left here somewhere, literally here, and it exploded. There was injuries, there was no death, there was a warning apparently. And I remember the news along here, and yeah, it was there you go. So we're just coming up to the first part of the end of the High Street. Morrison's is round on the left. You've got Poundland over on the left. You've got another pound shop bit further up. You might have seen it on the left. Pound Stretcher. Now the Pound Stretcher's brand new. Only opened towards the end of last year. I believe it was the old Wilkinson's, I think it was. So you've got a car shop, cafe, another cafe over there. So I'm going to chuck a left on Bedford. So we're top of the High Street, and we're going to chuck a left onto Bedford Street, which is where Morrison's is. So we're going to have a quick shift out there, show you where Morrison's is, come back, finish off just around the bend, show you roughly where the train station is. So top of the High Street, tuck left onto Bedford Street, and there we have Morrison's. And there's another charity shop over on the left hand side there as well. So you're not short of charity shops. And some of them are quite big. Some of them are really big. So here we are, Morrison's at the top of Bedford Street. So I'm going to turn it around again, chuck another left onto the, can't really call it the High Street, but it's part of the town centre. Show you where the Syrup Cafe is. As I said, it's a very good cafe, and reasonably priced. Food is actually amazing, and I must admit I highly recommend the number 4 breakfast, because it will sort you out for the day. I'll promise you. You won't want nothing else until that evening. So you got a Barbers up here as well. Barbers, there's a few barbers up there. So just round the bend, and got a few more shops. You got a couple of electrical shops. Some Eastern European supermarkets around here as well. And there it is, Syrup Cafe. There you go. So, there you go. Syrup Cafe. Massive and highly, highly recommended. So, I'm just gonna show you where the train station is, which is just over on the right, and then we'll walk back the other way. So if you are coming down by train, which I do believe Chris and your partner are coming down by train, this reverse trip, you'll be able to see where you're going. Obviously, if you want to get a cab, there are cabs at the side of the station, which is no drama. I think it's about a £5, but if you can walk it, save you a couple of quid. It's only 10-15 minute walk. Right, there's your train station. Here they are. So if you're on foot and you want to walk it, come out the train station, chuck a left, come back up the high street, come back up the high street, and as I said, the route I came, I will point it out to you, where we come up to the arcade and chuck to right. I'll show you that road again where you need to chuck a left, and it will a left end of that road, a right, and then left, and it bring you onto the one of the entrances where we come out of. It's a bit so as I said earlier, the weather was quite mild during the day yesterday. I was quite surprised, but it did start dropping, to be expected in the evening. And when I come out from centre stage at the entertainment, it was a bit chilly, so as soon as I got in back in the hotel room, I put that heating on. As I said, heating's brilliant. Warmed up in no time. I didn't leave it on all night because it does dry your mouth out, if I'm honest with you. I had it on for 15-20 minutes, turned it off, went to bed, watched a load of telly in bed, and eventually nodded off. So when I go back up the high street the other way, point out the £2 shops. The pound shops do food as well, as you're probably aware. As I said, you've got pound land, you've got pound stretcher. Competition with each other, no doubt. Just on the right, round to the right.
Yeah, that's
round to the right. It's where your Morrison's is. Straight up the high street again. Your Boots on the left. It's a big Boots. It's a massive Boots. And then you've got your Sports Direct. And as I said, on the right you've got your Pound Land. You've got your Pound Land. And a bit further on, a couple of 100 yards, not even 100 yards, you've got your pound stretcher. So, back up the high street. You've got Savers over there as well. I don't think they're much cheaper than the supermarkets, to be honest with you. Savers, they're all right, but to be fair, you got a couple of phone shops. You got your EE, you got your 3 Mobile.
thank you.
And you got your Specsavers, and there's your pound stretcher over on the right.
So give them a ring and they'll come up and see you, alright?
There's your power stretcher. So, off we go. Next holiday, I might do things. I'm running out of ideas for these holiday videos, if I'm honest with you. This one's slightly different. Walking into town and back again, and shortcuts and what have you. Seafront walk in a minute. But I'm running out of ideas. done. There's nothing new on camp. Where the fish, if you are coming down within the next couple of weeks, the big fish and chip restaurant and takeaway are closed, doing some paving work outside. So you'll have to come in and say, there is a big fish and chip shop along the seafront. We won't walk past it because it's a bit further up, but where I chuck a left in a minute onto the seafront, if you carry on walking up to towards the pier, it's opposite the pier. There's a big fish and chip restaurant and shop there. I think it's called Yanni's. I might be wrong, but everyone swears by it. In fact, I might give it a go this week, to be honest. I might give it a go this week. Everyone recommends it. Very, very good fish and chip restaurant and takeaway. So, back to the top of the high street. Now, we came in from the left. So, if you're on foot from the train station, you need to chuck a left there, and then up the end of that road it bends around to the right, and you will come to Butlins on the left, and you'll be able to find your entrance. So we're just going to pause there for a sec, because this little park Bognor and the arcade is quite historic. I've got quite a few historic books on Bognor, and all of them are a very good, interesting read. And this arcade is very historic. It's very similar to an arcade in Great Yarmouth, which I think it's called the Victoria Arcade. And I actually found, because I remember Victoria Arcade as a kid, and I actually found it when I was in Great Yarmouth 2 years ago now. I actually found it, and that's another historic arcade. So this is a bit of history being knocked down here. As I previously said, this is the old Regis Centre, and as I said, at the front, on the seafront, there was a big pub, really nice, massive pub, and at the rear here there was a theatre, a lot of halls used for different bits and pieces. And as you can see, it's coming down, which is I'm sure for a lot of people sad to say. As I said, just to the left, about 100 yards to the left, that's where they started clearing for the hotel, the Premier Inn. As I said, I don't know if it's going to come this way. There's a great big car park in between, so I don't know if they're going to take over that car park as well, and that will become the Premier Inn car park. I don't know. They could be building something completely different here. I really don't know. So I'm going to go straight over into the little square. This little square I'm just about to walk through, this has been recently all tidied up. Now previously this was Market Square, and twice a week, it's getting windy, so I'm going to bring the phone a bit closer to me. During the week, twice a week, we'd have a market here. But year before last, they finished work on it, all this new brickwork, and you've actually got little fountains in the middle, which are obviously switched on during the summer. And it's just a shame because I think they had the sort of a market up the high street once or twice a week now, but it's nowhere near as good it was when it was here. And as I said, this little bit here, this was the old market square. So we're just going to come out, cross the road if I can. As I said, there's a lot of roadworks along the seafront. So there is restricted parking at the minute. So to the right, up there is the pier, and then opposite the pier on this side of the road is the fish and chip restaurant I mentioned. As I said, I'll probably give that a go in a week. Now I'm just going to find somewhere across the road, which probably be over there. So we can have a walk round up the seafront, back towards Butlins and back to where we started. So might get a bit windy walking along the seafront. If it does, I'll either shout or shut up. You probably want me to shut up. Okay, that's fine. Right, so onto the seafront, chuck a left. So it's a little bit windy, so I'm just going to hold it a little bit closer. So yeah, so we're now walking back along the seafront towards Butlins. So we've been around a big circle, really. So it is windy, the mic's going to be swishing like a good one, so I'm just going to shut up for a couple of minutes. I'm sure you'll be able to pause that and read that proper. So I hope you can hear me. I'm just going to show you some underground toilets which are closed, but they have a famous historical connection. I'm just going to show you where they are, and then I will explain them. So I'm just approaching these toilets which are closed, and they have a famous connection. So here we are. So, just before I explain that, hang on. Just on the left here, there's a coffee shop. Very good. Very, very good coffee. Highly recommended this place. So, the toilets. So, they appeared in an early black and white Steptoe and Son. And I think the episode was called The Holiday. And the story is Harold wants to go abroad on holiday, and his father wants to go to Bognor. And literally all the way through the episode, we're going abroad, and the old man's going, "Oh, I want to go to Bognor." And the episode ends, the old man getting his way, and it finishes off the pair of them walking up them stairs, what I just filmed, and along the seafront up towards the bandstand. And yeah, it's quite a funny episode. So I think it's on YouTube, might be wrong, but it's definitely out there to watch somewhere. So it's Steptoe and Son, black and white. I think the episode's called The Holiday. So we're just coming back up the Butlins, which is over on the left. So we're back to where we started, back seafront gate, and it's also the day visitors entrance as well. I don't know if they're day visitors this time of year. Might be too early, I don't know. So there's a little ramp here, and then you just cut through the car park. And I would end the video there. So I hope it's been helpful, especially for Chris and his partner, for walking into town or walking from the train station, whatever the case may be. And obviously anyone else who's never been here before, I hope it was helpful. If you're coming down by train and you haven't got that much luggage and you want to save yourself £5-6 on the cab, the route to take, and job done. So just approaching back to where we started. We went up there, if you remember, right up there, and we done the left and just followed the road all the way into town. And we're just coming back onto the seafront entrance, Gloucester Road entrance, and back in the day it used to be called Staff Gate. Anyone could use it at the time, but for some reason the everyone who worked here at the time, back in the 90s, early 2000s, all the girls we used to know, they used to refer it as Staff Gate. So this is where we started. This is where I'm going to end the video. Day visitors entrance is just over on the right. On the right. And I'll end the video there. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Share it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button, share it. It helps me out, helps the channel out, and it does help push the video out to other people who have interest. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.
That's me.